All righty, guys. Welcome. We are going to go ahead and get started. It is, Jesus, what is today? September 20th. So we have, let's see how many, 11 days left for the remainder of the month. And Oh my, I hate the way that's bothering me. So Lucy will not be on today. So y'all don't see her right now. She usually opens. However, it's gonna be a short and to the point call, but I am recording it so we can share it afterwards in way of news. Let's see. Oh dang, everybody's joining. So in way of news, what I will say is don't forget about the $40 kit. We still have the $40 kit option. Make sure that you're sharing that with everyone. We will be going out of town on a training. I think I told you guys that last time. So we're excited about that. As far as I don't even know what launches are coming up or not coming up. Like I can't keep up, guys. Make sure y'all go to y'all's workstation. Somebody new had asked me that the other day, so I said that I was going to make it a point to make sure that when I got on the call that was definitely something that I share. Understand that the Disney and NFL, all of those products are licensed products, right? Because there is another company that has to have their licensing fees paid to them. So just remember that those products are like not in the catalog forever. A lot of those products come in and out of the vault as Scentsy decides. Nothing that we decide unless there's anything that we vote on, and that's not all the time. So they come in and out of the vault. We don't know, we don't know how much, we don't know how long, we don't know how many. It's like once they're there, you get them while they're there, and if they're not, unfortunately, they're gone. Then maybe they'll come back, but we don't know when or how. So keep that in mind. For the most part, always go check your news station, because your news tab, because that is where all of the most up-to-date information on anything is going to be. Anything at all. It will tell you, your news tab is also going to tell you if there's any products on back order, if they are on back order, when to expect the arrival of them, so that you can better tell your customers. And guys, I'm just going to throw this out there. You got to check those things, because your sponsor and your director, we can't keep that all together. Like we got to go check those places ourselves. So, just get yourself in the mindset of always going and checking that. I don't know how often you get in your guys' workstations. For me, I'm in there almost every day. Well, I'm in there every day, probably multiple times, but going directly to the news tab, I at least go try to check the news tab once a day. Unless there's a customer or something in particular that I need to go, and I'll go again. But just keep in mind that is your first and foremost place before you go reach out to your sponsor, you reach out to your director. Always understand that you can go there and you're going to get probably better information than you would from us. I'm just saying. We're human and we got to keep everything else together the same way you do. So that's the place to go. I think that was really it. Anybody have anything else that they want to share if I'm missing as far as news? So, okay. So what we were going to talk about today's topic is, and it's pretty short and sweet, but I am going to share my screen and I'm going to show you, because, sometimes as a leader, we kind of get so used to thinking, oh, they know how to do this. They know how to do it. And there's also a lot of new people. And when new people watch this, we as leaders have to understand that they don't know what a link is. They don't know what a basket party is. They don't know how to go open it, unless they go and dive into all the training. They really don't know unless you tell them, right? So this whole month, a bunch of the topics that we talked about were how to increase sales. So last week we talked about how to increase sales in your Instagram stories, right? Or not just Instagram, but like Instagram and Facebook. Today we're going to talk about how to increase your sales with links and basket parties. I'm not going to totally go into a Facebook party. I'm not going to totally go into a home party because those are two totally different setups. And in all honesty, a Facebook party will probably have to be a whole training in itself. But I want to go over briefly about links and basket parties. And this is what you have to understand, guys. You've got to understand that we are a party plan business. As much as you don't want to think that, or you don't want to talk about that, but we are a party plan business, right? Now, whatever that party plan for you looks like, that's what you have to go find. And I want you to post in the comments, like, we're a party plan business. I'm sure you've heard me say that a bunch of times. If you're new or you're watching the replay and you're new, get used to it. We're a party plan business. So I'm going to say this, and everybody that's on here, post in the comments, like, we are a party plan business, but what is your favorite or desired set of parties? Like, how do you work your business the most? Through what type of party? And I'm just going to give you some of the type of parties. There's Facebook parties, there's links, there's basket parties, there's home parties, there's pouch parties, there's bag parties. Okay. Personal links, link parties, home parties, birthday parties. I know that's right, because I'll be handing my stuff out at birthday parties too. I'll be like, look, I'm gonna get you to look at this. I'm gonna get you to smell this while we're over here having a drink. I would love some home parties. Never had any personal links. Going on a trip. This girl crazy. Okay. That's funny. Okay, so you get the gist of the parties, right? But what you have to understand is just that each one of these parties, right? Each one of these parties is created through a link, okay? Because each party, you want to be able to send that, to post it, to email it, to text it, so that that person can have their bucket where other people order from, if that makes sense, right? And I'm going to briefly show you this. A lot of you that are on here obviously know how to do it, but because this is being shared out and a lot of people will watch it after the fact, I want to make sure that you guys are fully aware of how to do this, okay? So this is your Scentsy workstation. This is your back office, right? And we're going to go into, so you're going to go to the orders tab. You're going to go to open order. No, wait. Lord, don't listen to me. Create a party. Okay, so we are going to put, okay, so I'm just going to give you a quick tip here. And this is something that I always do. I have an online party for my online orders every single month. Okay. If I close that party, which obviously I do, I have more than one. If I close that party and I go open another one, I will usually name it just so I can keep track. So this month, right? September. I think I already have September online orders, shop here, and it's probably not gonna fit. Okay. And what I do sometimes, I'll put, and this is just reference for me, because if I had another September party on the 1st and by like the 10th, I close it and I go open up another one, I wanted to say the second one. So that way I know kind of where I'm at. That's just a mind thing that I do. You don't have to put that, but you always want to have an online party. So your people that go online know to shop through that party if they're not already coming to your website through another party. Okay. And I'll usually do that. September online orders here. Okay, so then you're gonna go continue, right? Pretty simple and to the point. Use consultant as the host. This means that when this party is completely closed, it is going to ship to this person at this address and this at this address. Now, if for any reason you are not the host and you have somebody here, right? Let's just say I'm gonna add somebody new so you won't see my folk stuff. That's my daughter. I don't know. Let's just make a name. Okay. So we're gonna do create new customer. So this is a girl that says, oh my gosh, I want to have a party, I want a basket party. So then you're going to put her in here as the host. Okay. So you're going to put her name, you're going to put her phone number, you're going to put her email. And let's just say this particular person lives out of town. So you're going to ship her whole order with free and half price stuff, everything to her. So you're going to change this right here to a one-time address, which is going to be her address. Now, remember, this is it only if everything is going to be shipped to her. If the remainder of the free and half price stuff is going to be shipped to you, then just leave it at your address. Okay. I'm going to change the host and I'm going to put it back to me. And then I'm going to save and continue. And I'm going to go through now. Disclaimer here. You can definitely, add pizzazz to all this. 9% of the time I don't. And we're going to go next. And then you choose the date that you're going to close the party and you go continue. Okay. So this now becomes your party link. So when you share that with people, okay, so let's go to the link. Okay. So now that I click the link, you can see that this link, it goes directly into that bucket, right? So you don't have to think twice about it. So this is the link that you would then now copy party link and you would send it to your people. Okay. So that is how you open a party link. Okay. The other day, I don't know, this is like a question that has been coming up. And again, I sit there and I think that everybody knows this, but if you're new, you don't know this. They're like, well, oh, I only thought I could have one link up there. No, y'all. You can have as many links as you want. I've never had too many parties that I couldn't open another link. You can have as many links as you want. So that means you can have as many parties going on at one time as you want. So just remember that. To me, that is the easiest. The post-COVID, I will tell you that is probably the number one way to party is through a link. Because it's so easy, it's so simple. If you want to create a Facebook group and you want to have your host throw all their people in there, I would not recommend more than 30 people in a Facebook group that is going to be a party. And again, like I said, that's a whole nother training. However, if you want to go an extra mile and you want to put everybody in a group, but at the end of the day, it's still that party link that you're sharing with everybody. If you just want to do a party link that is by text message, then I would create verbiage for my customer very simple, short and to the sweet verbiage with the link at the bottom, and I would make it where she could copy and paste it to 10 or 15 of her closest friends. And I would literally put the verbiage in there for her. I would give it to her and I would say, hey, if any of this does not sound like you, switch a few words up, but this is pretty simple and to the point. Send it out to 15, 20 people and tell them that you're going to close the party by this specific date. That is a party, y'all. That's a party. And they're going to text it. They're going to email it, whatever way they're going to get it out. And as long as there's orders that go in that link, in that specific bucket, you're going to get paid and your customer is going to get their free and half price products, or your host, should I say. But that is the link. Let's say you, this is one thing that I did when I used to be the basketball party queen. Okay, I'm going to show you what my basket parties are now. If anybody has a bag party that they want to show, I don't have bag parties anymore because I don't use big bags. I used to have them. I mean, I have a couple of bags, but I don't have them put together because I hardly don't use those anymore. What I use is this because it's simple, it's easy, and if I don't get it back, it's not going to be a big deal about it to me. Before I would put like a small plug-in warmer, I would put bars, I would put a room spray, I would put so many scents, and then I'd have cute bags and I would never get things back. So I just prefer to have it very simple. I think I showed you guys this many of times before, but it is an envelope, literally. And these are a specific size of envelope that I get on Amazon, and they come in a pack of 10. And so every catalog season, I make these. And sorry guys, my kid is texting me. Sorry, that's the milk. I want something to eat. Okay, so I put testers, I put catalogs, I put my flyers in here, and that is it. Now, these you see in here are the big testers that you get from Scentsy, okay? And I'm going to tell you, I don't buy these testers anymore. The only reason I got these testers is because we got one when we went to SFR, and that's why I got them. I will tell you, for the most part, the reason I don't buy them is because I don't do home parties. I don't hardly ever do home parties. So I don't hardly ever have anywhere to take these to go have anybody smell. Now, if I get them for free, I get them for free, right? And if I do go somewhere, I couldn't tell you the last time I used testers like this, but if I do go somewhere, then I do have them, right? But I don't buy them. So what I do is this. I get these, sorry. So I get these and they come in a pack of 100. I don't know how expensive. They're not expensive at all. And this is what I use for a whole catalog season. And what I do is I get these, and there's 100 of them in there, right? So we get 10 new releases in wax every new catalog season. So what I do is I take this and I will do 2 or 3 cubes. No, usually like maybe 8. I think it takes about 6 for me to get enough. So I will take it. I will get a little plastic container that has a spout that I use, and I put it in the microwave. Believe me, it's only for a short period of time. It melts it perfectly well. I'm right there by the microwave, and I don't let it sit for a long time. I may do like 30 seconds and I watch it. Once those are completely melted, sometimes they may need another 30 seconds. But once those 6 are completely melted, I put, since there's 10 bars and there's 100 of these, that makes 10 out for each bar, right? So that fills all 100 of these. I have little bitty stickers that I put the name at the top. And this is what I give out for my 10 new releases. So the only scent they're going to get in those pouch parties are going to be the 10 new releases. And then the thing is, if I don't get them back now, sometimes if they're local and I drop it off, I will go back and pick them up. But if I do not get them back and I ship them out, I'm not going to like have a fit about it. Okay. But that is a basket party. And this is the thing with a basket party, you can put order forms in there. Totally cool. And usually I will put about 5 to 10 order forms in there. But what I also tell them is that I create them a link. So I tell them to also utilize their link with anybody that they're not able to see in person and give anything that's in that little pouch to. And this is another big thing. There's 4 things that I do extra, because this is the thing. In the very beginning, when I joined Scentsy, the thing was home parties. It was the connection, right? It was going into homes. It was doing that type of thing. After post-COVID, we had to shift in our business, okay? And once that shift happened, it kind of stayed like that. And it's still not completely back. I think the majority of the consultants I know kind of stayed stuck in that post-COVID manner of running their business. Now, there's still a lot of people that do home parties. Don't get me wrong. There's still a lot of people that do events. I'm not one of them. But what I did understand, and what I will tell you, is that 9 times out of 10, when you are at a home party, you are going to have higher sales than what you would have at a basket party. Because I'm assuming it's because of the connection, right? You're there, you're around the people, they're smelling everything, they see the warmers, they smell them, they are able to see everything that you have set up depending on your setup, right? So what I did is I understood that I had to try to make my home party replicate what my basket party did, okay? So I'm going to give you 4 tips that I do. They're a little extra, but I do it with the hopes to have a $500 party. And I'm going to tell you, I've never done 2 handfuls of parties, home parties, in my whole Scentsy journey, right? I have not done over 10 home parties in my whole Scentsy journey, and I've been doing this for 12, going on 13 years. 2 hands, that's about it. But what I will tell you is those home parties that I did were 500 plus, literally, without a shadow of a doubt, 500 plus, okay? So I knew that I had to do something to kind of replicate what I was doing in a home party to still try to get $500 or more. So I'm going to tell you, these are the things that I do. First thing is I put 10, I used to put 10 drawing slips. Does anybody know what a drawing slip is? And I will have to find it, the document that I use. But I would put this document in there and I would show the host. And this was my hostess coaching. My hostess coaching for the basket party was, okay, guys, okay, girl, like, this is your basket party, your pouch party. You're going to share this with everybody. This is your customized link. I just texted to you. You're going to share that out with everybody. But these are the 4 goals, okay? First one is, before I would put 10 drawing slips. So a drawing slip is basically a contact sheet that has an area for you to fill out the person's contact info, first name, last name, email, phone number, and address if they want to get it, okay? And then it had check boxes that said, would you be interested in hosting your own party? Would you be interested in earning extra income, okay? So that's a drawing slip, because it's basically collecting the information for you to take back and to utilize with it, right? So I would be like, okay, if I'm not there to give them a drawing slip, what am I gonna do? So that was my hostess coaching. I would tell my host, these 4 things I'm gonna teach you to do. I'm gonna give you extra goodies if you do them. These are the 4 things I want you to mark off your list to ensure you have a $500 party and you're able to max your rewards out, so that we can get you $75 free and 3 half price items. So the first one, I would say, I need you to have 10 people fill 10 drawing sets out for me, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be an order, right? Because some people will look at it and not order. So it doesn't necessarily have to be an order. Even if somebody came and smelled and loved it, have them fill out a drawing slip. Tell them that their name's gonna go into a drawing, right? You need 10 of those. If you get 10 of those and you get them back to me, I'm going to give you a free scent circle on top of all your goodies. Okay. Second thing, because I needed contact information, right? I needed to be able to find these people. I needed to be able to text them back. I needed to be able to add them to my email list. So that is your bread and butter. So you need contact info. Second thing was, I needed more parties, right? Because when you're at a home party, if you know how to do a home party correctly, it's not just about selling. It's about going and selling your product, but it's also about getting 2 bookings off of that party. So I said, okay, well, how can I replicate that in a basket party? So what I would tell her, okay, so this is your bag, girl. What you need to do for me so that I can give you an extra couple of bars on top of your free stuff is, I want you to find one person to take this bag so that you don't have to give it back to me, right? I want you to find one person that will take this bag that may want free and half price product just like you did. And if you find someone that will take that bag, I will give you 2 free bars. And this is what you have to think about. Like, you want them to take the bag. You don't want them to give it back to you, right? Now, what I would do is I would go pick the bag up from her. I would restock the bag, and then I would go take it to the next host myself. But that host did the legwork for me. She talked to the person, and I told her, I said, this is a good rule of thumb for you to find that next person. If you see somebody that's like, oh my God, I want everything. I love this and I love this. And oh my goodness, this is so good. If you see that person, that is the person you need to tell that, girl, why don't you have my girl Jessica hook up with you and go have your own bag party? Go ahead and order what you want right now. And then you have your own party so you can get all the rest of your goodies for free or half price, right? So that was her second way to get 2 more bars, right? So she could have earned a free scent circle with 10 drawing slips. She can earn 2 more free bars if she gets somebody to take that bag, right? Then I would tell her, okay, and I did. I put a join brochure inside of the bag, okay? And what I would tell her, and it was so cool because I learned this in a training. So I had the join brochure sealed. It was sealed. Super cute. And like the thing was, everybody was like, dang, I want to open it and see what's in there, right? And I would put, this is only to be opened by that one person. So I would give that little thing to the host and I'd be like, okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you, if you can get someone to join my team, you know, maybe, and I never once told the host anything. That was the real key right there. I never told the host, okay, have you ever thought about joining Scentsy? There's a join brochure in there for you to read. No, I didn't do that. I said, if you're talking to anybody that comes to your party and you see or you feel that there's anyone that maybe loves to travel, anyone that wants to make some extra money, anyone that's saying anything about wanting everything in the catalog, I want you to say, okay, guys, well, I have an opportunity folder that I'm supposed to hand out. Does anybody in here fit that criteria. Like, does anybody like to travel and want to have an all expense paid trip? Try to earn an all expense paid trip. Does anybody need a means of making some extra income? Because I'm looking for one person to give this to. And that's all I would tell her. And 9 times out of 10, they would give that thing away. And I would tell her, if someone joins from you giving this to them, I'm going to give you a free warmer. And I would. If somebody joined, what I would do is I would use the perpetual party reward. And I would give them a warmer. Sometimes I would tell them a $30 or $35 warmer, right? And they would pick it, and I would pay $15 for it. To me, I will pay $15 all day for someone to get me a new team member, okay? Where I don't have to do the legwork, okay? So that was all that, right? That was $500. No. That was 3. Okay, so the first one was a scent circle. Second one was 2 bars. The opportunity folder, handing it out. Now, if they handed it out, they handed it out. It was only if they joined that I would give them a free warmer, okay? And the last one was, and I went big with my people. You don't have to do all those things. You can choose something small. And I would tell her, now, understand, with Scentsy, you're already going to get our goal. I never said anything about minimums. I don't work in minimums. I never say anything about $200 parties because I don't like $200 parties. You can't get the max on a $200 party. It's $500. So I would say the last one was, if you get your party to $500, then I'm going to give you a free mini plugin, which was a plugin, right? So at that point, I just add that to my perpetual, use it as my perpetual, and I would get it half price. But that's ensuring that they have a $500 party, right? So those were my 4 ways that I would try, because that's the thing. When you go to a home party, the name of the game is to get more bookings. The name of the game is to find someone who's going to join your team. That is how you are forever expanding your business, right? Is by those 2 things. If you go to a home party and you only sell $500, that's great, but that's just money for right now. That is not building money for tomorrow with more parties, and it's not building money for forever by growing your team. So you kind of are just stagnant. Like, you got the $500, but nothing's gonna happen tomorrow or the next day. It's just right now, right? Because that is something that, if you have never heard that is something that Becca Levi, who is a 7-figure earner in this business, talks about. She says your sales are money for right now. Your sales are money for right now. Your bookings are money for tomorrow. And your recruits or new team members are money forever. Okay? So just remember that. And so using those 4 tips on how to make what would be a home party's equivalent to being a great home party, use it as ways to maximize your basket parties or your links. You could even take that and use that with any host. Type that up. I'm going to type it up because I used to have it in a PDF. I'm going to type it up and put it in a Canva so that you can utilize it. You can print it. You can put it inside of a basket party, whatever you want to do. I'm going to type it up for you guys. I'm going to make it real pretty, and you can share that, because that was how I was getting $500 basket parties left and right. I was getting $500 basket parties. I never would get, like, yes, I would get some that maybe they wouldn't even hit 200, but those were, you're going to have those that weren't going to do anything anyways. But those 4 tips really helped me to try to maximize the most that I could with the bag party. So that is about it, guys. Does anybody have any questions about anything? Okay. So hopefully that helps. And I will promise, and somebody call me out on it if I don't. But I will promise you by the end of the week, I will have that for you. And I'll do it digitally, like in a Canva template, so you can maybe put your name or change your number, contact info on it. But it will be something that you can utilize, because let's just say you have a link party, right? Does a customer have to sign up? Does a customer have to sign up with me to get Scentsy Club? Yes, they have to go to your website. They sign up for the Scentsy Club through your website. I can show you real quick. Lydia, hold on. So you're going to give your customer your website, right? So they're going to go to your website. And then you see right here where it says Scentsy Club. My internet is working so freaking slow. Okay, so this is the link. This link right here that's up here. Once you click club on your computer, I would highly recommend that you copy that link and put it in your notes. I have my Scentsy Club link in my notes. So if anybody ever needs it, I don't have to think twice about it. I just go to my notes. I send this, text it, email, whatever, messenger, however. And this is where they would sign up and create their subscription. So they can watch the video, which is pretty cool.
Let's face it, running out of signature Scentsy fragrance
tells them, and you guys can share this.
By joining Scentsy,
you can share this video with people so that they can understand what Scentsy Club is. Okay. If you click watch the video, if you hit share, you can copy this link right here. You copy it, and then you can send that link. Also, I have that video link saved in my notes, so that when I'm talking to somebody about Scentsy Club, all I do is like, oh yeah, I'm telling them kind of more or less what it is, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna send you something. So I shoot them the video link. They can watch it really quickly, and then I send them my Scentsy Club link, which is right here, right? So yours would be your website, whatever. You'd go to your website right here, click Scentsy Club. It's going to go right here. You're going to send them this link. And then all they're going to do from here is create subscription. And then they pick what they want. They create, their login. Right here, I'm already logged in, obviously, under mine. But they add whatever they want to there and create their subscription. It'll ask them how they want to receive it, monthly, every 2 months. Quarterly, however they want, and then they check out. Hopefully that helped you. Scentsy Club, where it's at, y'all. Scentsy Club is where it's at. I think right now, I have 12 Scentsy Club subscriptions, 12 or 13. And I want more. Just think about it. Like if you had $1,000 in PRV every month without you having to do anything, like you knew with your Scentsy Club subscriptions, can you order bring back my bars on there? The only way you can order any bar through Scentsy Club, you could if they were available. When any bar is available, you have until that bar is not available anymore, that last day before, which is usually the last day of the month for whatever, or unless, you know, they're going to stop. They say that it's so crazy. Scentsy so crazy. It's so hard to keep up with how they bring things and take them back. But for the most part, they tell us you have until this last day to add it to your club. Once that day is expired, you're done. You can't add it. You've got to add it to your club while it is an available bar. Then after that, it will be in your club forever unless you cancel it. But the bars would have to be available, right? At that time, you add them to your club. Hopefully that makes sense. Alrighty, y'all. So I'm going to stop the recording.